from the world of pro wrestling. Whether you're a diehard fan or just stepping into the squared circle, we're here to give you the real scoop on everything happening in the ring.
I'm your host, RJD, and we're about to take a ride through the latest and greatest in pro wrestling. Get ready for all our hot takes, deep dives, and all the wrestling you never knew you needed.
Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button and join What the Wrestling family so you never miss an episode. Now let's step into the ring.
You're listening to the What the Wrestling podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Oh, you already know what time it is. AEW. AEW, everybody. We got ourselves a pay-per-view coming up, and we had AEW Dynamite. Listen, AEW Dynamite is okay. It's okay. I mean, it's okay. We got people getting choked out. Swerve gets his win back. A couple of other things happen, and everybody is setting up for carnage. But the most important thing that I am looking forward to is Ospreay and Hangman. So let us not waste any more time. Let's get into it. Let's go. Yes. Tis I, RJD here. Welcome to What the Wrestling, the show that brings you all things wrestling. Man, oh man. Yes, stop the applause. I know. Everybody hit the like button, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel What the Wrestling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. As always, might be going back to Spotify and Anchor just because audio seems like a good place to be as well, but not entirely sure. I'll keep you guys posted. But as for now, catch me on What the Wrestling Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, bright and early. We got a lot of wrestling coming up this weekend. We got a lot of wrestling to review this weekend. It's going to be a good weekend, man. I ain't mad at it. It's going to be a good weekend. I got to change that. I need to add some grays in there. Get the bold and sexy going on. But anyway. I joke. Let's get into Dynamite. All right. So, real quick, we're going to run down Dynamite, and I'm going to spend the most time on this right here. Hangman and Ospreay. They started off the show, and all I can say, listen, y'all. Ospreay, probably bell to bell, arguably is the best wrestler on the planet. Hangman is probably doing the best character work in AEW. Unstoppable Force, Immovable Object. They collide. This is the only match where I'm looking at this like, I honestly don't care who wins. As long as they going to win and then going to beat Moxley, I don't care. Oh, but sidebar. Let's stop the show. Darby Allin made it up to Everest, y'all. He took a picture on the summit. He has climbed Mount Everest, but most people, they say it's more dangerous when you come down the goddamn mountain, not go up. So we're going to Don DeMarco him for actually having the cojones to go climb Mount Everest and then reach the peak. Heard they had a lot of good weather and they made it up there. Now we got to get Mr. Allen back down safely, back home for a couple of weeks of rest, a couple of months of rest, whatever, and then get him back into the rotation of the main event push come later on in the year. But just had to shout Darby out for that. Now, back to the show. Will Ospreay, Hangman. This is the feud that I care the most about. This is actually main eventing the show. And this should main event the show because this is the biggest goddamn thing on the show. So this should be main eventing the show. Good job, Tony Khan. You're awesome. They each explained why they need to win. Mr. Ospreay says, bruv, do you still drink, bruv? If you want to drink, let's drink. They had the security out there. He kicked the security out and said, listen, we're not going to get physical. Ospreay, to sum it up, said, listen, I need to win this. I want to win this. I know you want to, but I need to win this and want to win this a little bit better than you. Why? Because I got people that love me in London, bruv, or England, bruv. And I need them to see me with the championship so I can tell them how much I appreciate them. And I am the best mother effing wrestling on the planet because my greatness, I haven't gotten it done. I had Moxley twice. I lost. But you've beaten him. So if I beat you, it means I can beat him. Who have I beaten? Daniel Bryan, Okada, Kenny Omega. Then starts naming mad people. Christopher, he starts naming mad people. And he said, because I am the best fucking wrestler in the world. Woo! Fiery promo. Fiery promo from Mr. Ospreay. And Hangman says, I don't want to win. I need to win. For 2 years, I've been sitting here drinking, getting drunk, wallowing in my misery. I haven't won any titles, haven't won anything. I've been a loser more than I've been a winner because I'm focused on Swerve and I've been meaning to apologize, which Ospreay said, bruv, you're not paying attention to the title. You're paying attention to Swerve. You're not making the main thing the main thing. And Hangman said, you're right. And he said, listen, may the best man win because whoever wins, they're going to need help. And if you win, I got your back. If I win, you got my back. I hope. They shared the drink. They finished the drink. Ospreay did his Stone Cold style. Hangman did it casually. And that was all she wrote. Best thing on the show by far. Best thing on the show by far. Next, we had Jon Moxley and the Young Bucks Matthew and Nicholas versus Swerve and the Ops. I don't know when Hook is coming back. I hope he comes back soon. But this was a good back and forth match. And Shane Strickland gets the roll up pin after a good back and forth match. I mean, a lot of craziness going on. Afterwards, there's a post-match beatdown. But then you have Marina Shafir low blowing. I forgot who she low blowed. Then Big Willow came out and Willow beat the hell out of her. Then somebody else came out. Oh, it was Koryosu Shibata came out. He got hit in the cojones. Willow came out, beat her up. Then Kenny Omega came out, hit a couple B triggers, a couple snapdragons. And then all hell broke loose. And Samoa Joe said, the sane man would wait till Sunday. But I'm not a sane man, so I'm going to kick your ass tonight. And shout out to them. This was awesome. Then we had the Hurt Syndicate. They came out there, and they finally got MJF into the Hurt Syndicate. Now, a lot of people are saying, let it play out, let it play out. Understandable. Cool, let it play out. But with the Hurt Syndicate, I don't understand. We could have had Cedric Alexander already. If he's even coming in, there's no guarantee that that's true. But at the end of the day, it's just taking too long. It's a little slow. But let it play out. This is a slow burn. MJF is going to turn on them eventually. And somebody else is going to win the tag team titles. It's coming. I can't wait. But we had the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara, come out and interrupt this when MJF puts on the Hurt Syndicate hat and said this is the greatest moment of his life. And then Dustin cuts a promo, told him to shut his mouth, called him stupid.
You stupid.
And I'm like, okay. And he cut a promo. It seemed like he forgot what was going on for a little bit, but he recovered. And then I kind of just was like, why is this happening again? I don't quite understand. Help me.
Stop it. Get some help.
Why are we having this match? What? If they're going to slow burn it, and MJF is going to eventually turn on them, which I can't wait to see what happens, then he's already in the group. We know they're not losing to the Sons of Texas. Now, if it was the Hounds of Hell, maybe. But we know they're not winning. They're not losing to these guys. So it's kind of like you're just feeding tag teams to the Hurt Syndicate. But the big story is MJF and the Hurt Syndicate. So we really don't care about the match because we know they ain't going to win. So it's kind of hard to get invested. But I want to see where this goes. I hope it ends up with MJF turning on them. Maybe Cedric Alexander come in. They complete the Hurt Syndicate as it used to be the Hurt Business. And then they keep it pushing. So I hope that's what happens. Will it happen like that? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see and let it play out. But I'm going to give this another couple of weeks. Let's see what happens. So we had Kenny Omega interview backstage, asked if he has an official response to Speedball. I'm sorry, Kazuchika Okada, not Kenny Omega. My bad.
You stupid.
Speedball Mike Bailey, he does. Renee prompts him to share what it is. And he says he gets to call the shots and Speedball doesn't get to call him out. He calls out Speedball and he'll show him why when he's Continental Champion. Renee points out that Speedball is undefeated and Okada says there's a first time for everything. He leaves and comes back and then says, bitch.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Whatever. Anthony Bowens versus Ricochet. Ricochet wins with the spear gun. Ricochet lined him up. The rolling blow sends him crashing to the floor. Ricochet stabs him in the face with the scissors while the referee, Paul Turn, has his back and is busy with Mr. Daddy Ass. And Ricochet gets the win with the spear gun after the scissor poke. Post-match, Ricochet poses on the stage and berates the crowd. Mark Briscoe rolls up on him behind him with the stretcher. And Briscoe rams him in the gut with the stretcher. Clobbers him with right hands. Put him on the stretcher. Wheels him down. Stabilizes him with some punches. Up to Ricochet, rolls the stretcher and runs away. Ricochet rolls off the stretcher and runs away. So looking forward to that. Maybe there's a stretcher match coming up soon. We get a hype reel for Reina Isis, who is up from CMLL to challenge Mercedes Moné for the AEW TBS Championship tomorrow night, and we do not care.
Stop it. Get some help.
Even though Mercedes is great, when the hell is she going to lose that title? She lost one title a couple weeks ago. Let's see what happens with the rest of them. Back from commercial break, Stokely Hathaway is with FTR. He has their contract for Double or Nothing against Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness. And they could sign it right now via email, but instead, they're going to do something special because they want to look their opponents in the eyes. And they can even bring Daddy Magic along to see what's going to happen on TBS tomorrow night. So Renee Paquette's in the ring, introduces Jamie Hayter and Mercedes Moné face to face. At the end of the day, I love these two women. I think they're both freaking fantastic. Jamie Hayter just doesn't have what she had before she got hurt, but that's okay. That's okay. She can get it back, but I just don't think it should be her beating Mercedes and fighting Toni Storm. That's what it should be. But I don't think Tony Khan has the cojones to do it. So I don't see her winning. I think it's going to be Mercedes versus Tony and then Mercedes wins. I hope not, but this is what I think they're alluding to. So they had to go back and forth. Mercedes blasted at the end. Mercedes blasted with a cheap shot. Renee got the hell out of there, and Monet grabbed a handful of hair. Hayter blocks the punch, hits her with the Haterade, and it connects. Toni Storm makes her entrance, and then they go to break. So Julia Hart versus Mina Shirakawa. Shirakawa is, I think, fresh on the roster now, so that's pretty dope. And she wins. She gets the rolling elbow, back face connects, inverted face lock. Julia floats over, folding press for two. Shawakawa catches her and wins by pinfall. Afterwards, she taunts Toni Storm and in Toni Storm's direction, but is blinded by Julia Hart. Mina overcomes a spinning toe hold in the figure 4 leg lock, but Sky Blue makes the save. Then they had a big fight on after that. There was a tug of war with the belt. Tony grabs it. Tug of war ensues with Mina. She gets shoved back. Dragon screw to the champion, pulling her out of the corner. Ring post figure 4 applied to Toni Storm. She's screaming in agony, and Aubrey Edwards gets Mina to let go. So Mina stands tall here. I like it. I like it. Then they have an interview with the Young Bucks. They get into it, and they said they don't have time for this. They got a fight to catch. And Matthew Jackson reminds us Samoa Joe's promise to get him and calls him a liar. So, of course, Joe comes out and Molly whops Jackson with the trash. Powerhouse Hobbs is there, and everybody's brawling. The Death Riders join. Willow joins to even the odds, and everybody's beating everybody. This eventually ends with the Bucks have Omega in the ring. BTE Trigger connects. They hoist up Kenny. He slips out. Throws one Buck into another, face first into the ropes. Swerve joins, takes him out. V-Trigger, house call combo with the Coquina clutch, but Gabe Kidd makes the save, jumps the barricade, mounted punches on Omega. The Bucks get the table, and Swerve ends up on it. Omega on another one. Both men go through tables. Hobbs gets squashed with the steel steps, and the heels stand tall. So that was that. That was AEW Dynamite in a nutshell. Anarchy in the Arena is going to be crazy. And that brings me right over to Double or Nothing. So, Double or Nothing, everybody. Let's roll it over. All right. So, Double or Nothing. Going to run down the match card quick here. And I will bid you adieu until tomorrow. Well, till Friday. Well, tomorrow's Friday. Till the weekend. I know.
You stupid.
Anyway, let's run down this card. Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia versus FTR. I'm taking FTR. We got a stretcher match. Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet. My bad. I'm taking Ricochet. Owen Hart Cup Tournament Final. Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter. My heart is telling me Jamie Hayter.
You stupid.
But my head is telling me Mercedes Moné. So I'm going with Mercedes Moné because I don't think they got the cojones to actually beat Mercedes right now. AEW World Tag Team Championship. Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin versus Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. Yeah, I'm taking my drunk uncles. I'm taking Bobby Lashley and Shelton. We had the AEW Women's World Championship. Toni Storm and Mina I'm going to say that wrong. Shawakawa. I don't know why they do this. When somebody comes in and they go straight to the top, there's nowhere for them to go but down. You should build Megan Bain. We haven't seen Megan Bain. Where the hell is she? Very good, very tall, very strong. Big girl, tall girl. We haven't seen her. She ran through everybody. Toni Storm beat her, and now she's kind of like, what do I do now? That's why you build people up to get to this point. You don't just throw them right into a championship match. I'm taking Toni Storm to win here. Moxley's team versus Swerve's team. Anarchy in the Arena. I'm picking Swerve's team to win. Shout out to Swerve. Maybe they should open with Anarchy in the Arena. If they open with that, actually, if that's the opening match, then you get it out the way. And you don't really have to worry about. You get Anarchy in the Arena out the way. You don't have to worry about, the Hangman and Will Ospreay have to follow Anarchy in the Arena. No, put that shit on first. Let the crowd go crazy. Get it out of the way. And then you put on maybe the tag team match after that. Or you put on the stretcher match after that. Or no, you don't want to put the stretcher match after that. Maybe you put on the tag team match. I'll put the tag team match on after that, or Toni Storm, because the crowd is going to be tired. They're going to be dead tired. So there's a way to do this, but I would not put that on second to last. I would not do that. Don't put that shit on second to last. Either put it on in the middle of the show smack dab in the middle or put that shit on first. That's what I would do. But I'm taking Swerve's team to win, and we have the main event, Hangman versus Will. Man. I'm picking Will, yo. I don't know who to pick, but this is literally the epitome of 50-50 right here. I'm picking Will. I don't know. Something is just telling me Will. But we'll see. But that's it. That's all, guys. That's all I got for you. That's it. It's over. So that's all I got for you. AEW review. We got SmackDown tomorrow. We got Collision, I think was tonight. So we got Collision. We got freaking Double or Nothing on Saturday. We got a lot of wrestling this weekend. So enjoy yourself some wrestling. Enjoy yourself some barbecues. And I will catch y'all on the SmackDown review. And then we will review Saturday night's main event. So look out for that. So that little short review prediction video probably will come out tomorrow or Saturday. So look out for that. As for me, I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy the evening. Stay safe. Stay dry. And I'm out. Peace.